I'm here to say hi. How you doing? Probably nobody really watches my stuff anyway, but I got these really cool books. I mean, gold bound. You know what I mean? And I got them before, I moved to Illinois, and by the grace of God, picked them up. And it's called the Easton Press, Bruce Firstman, Ex Libius. It's called The Seek3rs. And it's a really cool little book. They're like really cool. See if I can make this so you guys can see. They're called, it's a really cool book. I'm going to show you some stuff in it. If I can get this to work right. No, of course I'm not going to get it right frame. So let's take a look. Right? And I think this is book 3. I'm not sure. Book 1, book 2, book 3. Book 1, book 2, book 3. The first book is called The Seek3rs. Book 1 is called The Discoveries. Book 2 is called The Creators. And book 3 is called The Seek3rs. I love reading backwards. These are really cool books, right? And when you open it up, it's a beautiful book inside. It's The Seek3rs. Look at that. It's the story of man's continuing quest to understand his world. Daniel J. Borstein. The road is always better than the inner. Prevenance. Book editor bound. Easton Press. Copyrighted in 1998. This is the second edition. This is for Ruth. Book 1 is an ancient heritage, part of the way of the prophecies, the higher authority, from seer to prophet, Moses tests and obeys. It's got some really cool stuff in it. We're going to read a little bit of it. And I don't know. What's this? Rotate device. There we go. What is that? Oh, we could do bubbles. What is that? Hey. I like that. What about this one? 8mm. That looks cool, right? So let's just go with that one. Because that reminds me. A personal note to the reader. As long as there is no find, the noble brotherhood will last. Woe when the piles begin to grow. B. Treverin, a treasure of the Sierra Madrid. Caught between two entities. The vanished past and the known future. We never cease to seek our bearings, our sense of direction. We inherit our legacy of the science and arts, works of the great discoveries and the creators, the Columbuses and the Leonardos and the Shakespeares, recounted in my 2 earlier volumes. We glory in their discoveries and creations. We are all seekers. We are all want to know why. Man is asking animal. And while the finding and the belief in that we have found the answer can separate us and make us forget our humanity, it is the seeking that continues to bring us together, that makes and keeps us human. While this brief volume does not aim to survey the history of philosophy or of religion, it does sample ways of seeking by great philosophers and religious leaders in the West. This is a story not of finding but of seeking. I have chosen those seekers who still speak most elegant to me, and those pass towards meaning in our lives and in our history still invite us on their personal quests. Our Western culture has seen 3 grand epics of seeking. First was the heroic way of the prophets and the philosophers, seeking salvation or truth from God above and the reason within each of us. Then came the age of communal seeking, pursuing civilization in a liberal spirit, and then most recently the age of social science. When they orientated toward the future, man seems ruled by force of history. You know, I believe seeking my new knowledge in myself. You see, I'm not Einstein. I'm not anybody special. Earlier today, I took a Neuromax pill to see what it would do. I feel a little more energy right now. Touch bases with that, so I thought I might see if the brain pill really works. So I'm reading a little bit of books. Okay, we draw on all these ways in our personal search. They still speak to us, not so much from their answers as for their ways of asking the question. In this long quest, Western culture has turned from seeking the end or purpose to seeking causes. From the why to how might this empty meaning from our human experience? Then how can we recapture, enrich our sense of purpose? This plan, the plan of this volume as a whole is chronological, but in detail it has singular schemes. Each of three books overlaps chronological with the predecessor as the story advances from antiquity to the present. This, too, is a story without end. We continue to explore our humanity in the eternal why, and we see how we have come from seeking meaning to finding meaning in the seeking. One book. Book one, The Ancient Heritage. Stay tuned.